Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Nitrostorm here. Welcome back to Revive the Witch. So, the Isle Adventure stuff has pretty much ended, like the event. It's just for exchange now, the 6 days left. And I'm making this video because they've released Sher's unique equipment, and that is what this video is about for today. So, Sher, hasn't really seen much light for a while now, mainly due to the fact that her S2 is not charge skill, but I think that her unique equipment does something very interesting. So, just for a refresher session, let's just take a look at her skills. So, as per usual, we take a look at these characters. Their skills are maxed out at level 5 active and level 2 passive. So her first skill is called Light of Creation. It costs 2 order to use, and at level 5 it restores all allies' health equal to 300% of her own attack and grants them a shield that blocks 1 instance of damage, either physical or magical, doesn't matter, which lasts for 10 seconds. So, obviously first impressions is a simple shield with a heal and doesn't really do much in terms of buffing allies. Her second skill is called Spirit Prayer. It costs 4 chaos to use, and what it does is that it restores all allies' health equal to 300% of attack, increases allied dolls' crit chance by 50% of Sher's crit chance, and applies the Fate Blessing effect to all allies for 10 seconds. So what this means is that half of Sher's own crit chance is given to allies' crit chance additively. So without the unique equipment, I'm not sure if her unique equipment will give crit rate. I doubt it, but we'll assume that it doesn't. So let's assume 38% crit chance on Sher. 50% of that is 19%. So 19% of crit rate will be added on to the crit rate of your allied dolls. So, pretty good for increasing crit rate. And then Fate Blessing, whenever an allied doll deals damage, increase their crit damage by 3% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 20 times. So Fate's Blessing is very beneficial only really to those dolls that deal multiple hits on their attacks, just so they can get that 60% crit damage boost as soon as possible. And even though it lasts 10 seconds, I think the duration refreshes, or probably not. It might have to be recast by Sher in order to keep the crit rate, crit damage and the crit rate buff active. And last but not least, her passive, Chthonic Incarnation. For the next 10 seconds, allied dolls increase their damage dealt and health restoration by 2% whenever they crit, stacking up to 40%. So, Sher's passive seems pretty nice, as long as they crit, they can get a 2% damage boost as well as a 2% health restoration boost and can stack up to 40%. So, what you would want is to have this doll crit 20 times within 10 seconds. So you want multi-hit dolls, like dolls that deal multiple hits on their attacks, just so they can crit more often and get as much as possible. And one unique thing about Sher, well, not really unique, but is a pretty rare thing, is that her passive applies even after she gets defeated. So you can actually use her as a sacrificial unit for Brimstone teams, just so you can still have that up to 15% bonus stat boost for health, attack, and defense. And she can actually get defeated right away, but the moment the battle starts or whenever she enters the field, the passive will instantly activate, and for the next 10 seconds, any damage dealt by the allied dolls, as long as they crit, will get a 2% increasing stack buff to damage dealt and health restoration. So, at first you'll be like, oh, her S1 is kind of useless, it's all about her S2, but it costs chaos to use, which is a bit, difficult to handle because a lot of Brimstone DPS use most of their DPS from casting their Chaos skill. So technically speaking, you wouldn't have much space to use Sher's S2 in the first place. But the unique equipment does something to help alleviate this issue. So if we take a look at its buff, the skill I mean, when casting Light of Creation, which is her S1, there is a 22% chance to cast Spirit Prayer once. Now, what this does, so let's assume 22%, and that's the minimum percentage. It'll increase as you level up the unique equipment. I'm assuming probably maximum around maybe 30% minimum. I haven't really checked, but if you cast Light of Creation, 22% chance to cast Spirit Prayer, which is the big one, for free. Keep that in mind, guys. When you proc the unique equipment skill passive by casting Light of Creation, the S2 is casted for free for no chaos usage. And this is very good when you combine her with other dolls that have charge skills, because the free cast will count towards the charge gauge of characters, so they can activate their charge skills more often as well, as long as you keep proccing the percentage chance. Now, obviously, I'm not sure how high this goes, but I would expect at least 25% chance, and could go higher probably if you do upgrade it, but 22% chance is already pretty good, especially considering the fact that her S1 is only 2 order. So you could see some potential things here, I think, contributing to quickly charging the Arcana Burst, you know, the star, the purple star on the bottom right. But yeah, is it worth going for Sher? Let's take my account currently, for example. So I currently don't have Sher on my free-to-play account, and I'm currently low on funds. So as you can see, I only have 27k souls, 6 golds, and 1 rainbow. I would say, for me, I would have to skip Sher, even though there's a pretty good, pretty decent potential when it comes to Sher and her unique equipment. The only issue is that since I don't have Sher, the amount of pulls I would need to do on top of extra pulls for her unique equipment, fortunately you only need to pull 1, and then you can buy the second copy from the shop, which I'll quickly show here. But overall, I would say that perhaps she's not really that worth, especially if you've recently pulled for either or both of the recent limited characters, which were Simbriette and Ardisia. But yeah, this is the shop that I was talking about. Her 1 copy of her unique equipment is available already. This one, Destiny Reveal. So you technically only need to pull 1 copy from the gacha. In any case, hopefully you guys found this video useful. Apologies if it took a bit too long, but I believe I have covered everything you'd need to know in regards to Sher. If you guys do have any more questions regarding Sher, however, do let me know down in the comments below. For a TLDR, for those of you out there, I would probably skip if you don't have the funds right now, and probably save if you're missing Isabel for your Brimstone team. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.